This is Twinkle from Civil Center and we are back with another video in which you will learn how to get realistic image using V-Ray for SketchUp. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So this is the model I have created using SketchUp. Now let's see how can we use V-Ray to get realistic render. For that, we will first open the V-Ray asset editor. So this is how our asset editor looks. Now we will go to the settings. We will set the engine to CPU. Then we will go to the render output. We will turn on the save frame. The save frame will show what area you are going to render. Then we will also change the image width and height. I have set it to 1080 for getting the high quality image. We will also turn on the denoiser for getting high quality rendered image. Then we will click on this arrow, go to the global illumination section, then click on this button. Then we can see the ambient occlusion option. We will turn on this. It is the most important step for getting the realistic image. Then we will also set the noise limit to 0.03. Now we will go to the shadow settings, in which we will turn on the shadow. You can also adjust the time according to your need. And you can also adjust the date. Make sure you have checked the on faces and on ground option in the display section. Now we will see how can we use materials and lighting for getting realistic image. For that, we will again go to the V-Ray asset editor. Then click on this button. It will show the materials we have used in our model. Then we will click on this arrow button. So we can create the material by using this raw materials. Also we have preset materials like bricks, carpet, ceramic, porcelain, concrete, etc. We usually use materials provided in the SketchUp, but for getting realistic effect, we must use these materials in the model. So now I will use these materials in my model. First, I will go to wall paint section. Then I will choose this one. Then I will select the area in which I have to apply this material. Then simply right click on this, then apply to selection. So you can see our material has been applied to the area. In the same way, I will apply on the other areas. For that, I will simply pick, then apply to other areas. In the same way, I will choose this material for this area. First, I will select this, then apply to the selection. So it has changed. But now I want to change its color. So I will simply go to the diffuse. But first you have to uncheck this. Then go to the diffuse section. Then pick the color of your choice. So now I will apply the materials to other section in the same way by picking it. Now I will apply the glass material. Also change the glass for window. So now I have completed applying materials. Now I will go to the lighting section. For that I will create ceiling lights in the balcony. For that I will make one rectangle. Will make it a group. Offset it. Now I will use the rectangle light for the ceiling light. This is the rectangle light. So our light has been created. Now I will copy it. So our light has been created. Now by using interactive render, we will see how our model looking. In the interactive render, as you can see, the material we used are giving the realistic look to our building. But coming to the light, its intensity is very low and it is not prominent as we need. For that, we will change its intensity and also change its unit. So we will select on rectangle light, then go to its setting, change its unit to radiant power, then also change its intensity to 60. Enter. Now we will see how it look in the interactive render. So now as you can see, it is giving the better look. I will also use the spotlight here. For that, I will choose this light. Then simply click here. I will also change its unit and intensity, radiant power. Then I will decrease its intensity. So now we have completed the applying material and lights. Now we'll finally render it. For that, first we will set our camera. Then we will go to render. We will go to the camera option. Then select 2-point perspective. Then set the camera angle according to your need. Now I have set the camera. Now I will finally render it by clicking on this option. It will take some time to render. So this is our final render image. You can also change its exposure and white balance according to your need. For that, you have to click on this exposure button. You have to check the exposure. Then you can adjust it according to your need. You can see the difference by adjusting the exposure. Then you can also change the highlight burn. In this manner, you can also change highlight, white balance, hue saturation, etc. So this is our final image. Now we have to save it. But as you can see, it doesn't have any background. So for getting realistic look, we will add background and also some trees by using the Photoshop. For editing in Photoshop, you have to make sure the image is saved in the PNG format. So this is our Adobe Photoshop. Then we will simply select the image and drag to the Photoshop. So this is the final rendered image of the building. But for getting the realistic look, you have to add the sky, the ground or trees. So for that, you can simply download the image from the internet, then add to it. I will show how will you do it. I have downloaded some background images from internet. So I will use that images. I will use this image for the sky. So I will simply drag it to the Photoshop, then release it. So this is our sky. So we will now adjust it. Make sure the layer of sky is below the layer of the building. For that, we will simply drag it to below. Now I will adjust it accordingly. So I have applied the sky. Now I will put the ground image. So I will choose this image as the ground. So I will simply drag it to the Photoshop, then drop it. Then move on to the picture. Then I will simply adjust it. Now both the sky and ground has been added, but we also have to add trees to make it realistic. So I have also added trees in the background and also some plants in the side of the building to make it look realistic. So this is the final look of the image. So that's all for today. Hope you find this video informative and helpful. And if you really like this video, please like, share and subscribe.